ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coach Lee Davis Red Raider Football Show. We're glad you guys could join us today. We're going to be bringing you replays of last night's game against Warren County with commentary by Coach Lee Davis. Coach, offensive shootout, I guess, last night.
It was an offensive shootout, and you hate to get in those battles. You always hope your defense can step up and make a stop or two and get you back in. We fell behind early and we fought back and had to throw the ball, and we scored a lot.
And throwing the ball in the past has not really been what you guys wanted to do, I don't believe, is it?
No, we came in. I always thought of myself as a run-first kind of guy, and, we want to pound the football and run the clock. And somehow this season, I guess I've turned into a spread guy. I don't know how that happened.
Maybe not intentionally, but you have.
I don't know.
But you saw a great performance last night, I think, from your quarterback, Peyton Meeker.
I did. He had a great game. He's a warrior. He got knocked around a lot, and he ended up, going to the emergency room after the game last night, and, we had a couple that had to go, and he got knocked around, beat up. Somebody said he threw for a school record.
Yeah.
He set a record last night, and we, like I said, you'll see from the previews, we threw it a lot.
And, good things to come, though, is Peyton Meeker, your quarterback, is a junior, so is your running back, D'Angelo.
Oh, we're loaded with juniors, Our tight end, Grayson Miller's a junior. You'll see on the film we throw an 80-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Douglas, junior. Offensive line, we have two sophomores starting and a junior. We're young, and I guess people don't realize exactly how young we are. Mm-hmm. And we look for really great things next year. Our defense has two seniors that start on it. We're a young team, and I look forward to next year and really having these guys grow up a year and be a lot more mature. And, our seniors are doing a great job, the ones we're asking. Jeffrey Simmons, Jesse Brown, Bradley Tobin at linebacker, Jumbos, Logan Baumstein. It goes on and on with the seniors that are helping, and hopefully they're building a foundation of what we need.
Okay. And, and the guys seem to have a great attitude, even though it's sort of been a tough year, but they seem to have a great attitude about all of it.
That's been the most exciting part to me is they haven't given up. They haven't given up on each other. They haven't given up on the coaching staff. They enjoy football, and that's what I really want out of them. I want them to enjoy it. I want them to have fun. The record is not nearly what we expect, and it's not what's expected at Coffee County. But the kids are having fun. No matter who we play, what we do, they know I love them. I feel like they love me back. We're trying our best to build something, and it's going to take a while.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break to acknowledge our sponsors. We'll be right back in just a moment with today's game.
Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities.
Hey football fans, I'm Miss Tennessee 2012, Chandler Lawson, and spokesperson for Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee. 1 in 4 Tennessee children don't know where their next meal is coming from, and often their struggles are silenced. In Tullahoma, 5 Loaves for Kids sees that need and ensures that hundreds of students are fed each weekend. But that wouldn't happen without dedicated volunteers and generous contributions. So tonight, I'm asking you to contribute to the fight against child hunger. Please visit www.5loavesforkidscharity.com to lend your voice.
Do you need a part for your car that the dealer just wants too much money for? Well, bring your toolbox and pull the part yourself for huge savings at the CFC Auto Salvage Pick and Pull on Highway 55 between Tullahoma and Manchester. No walking through waist-high weeds here. All of our vehicles are located in our graveled parking lot, up on blocks with room to work. We stock hundreds of cars and trucks, foreign and domestic, new and old, with new vehicles added weekly. You can even search our entire vehicle inventory online. And if your old vehicle gives up the ghost, bring it by. We offer top dollar for your salvage vehicle. Open to the public 7 days a week until 6:30 or until dark, so there's plenty of time to come by. That's CFC Auto Salvage Pick and Pull.
swagger. You can see it in the swagger. He a boss, you can see it in the swag. How we walk, how we talk.
A lot can change in 2 years, but not everything has to. With the Charter Price Guarantee, lock in low rates for 2 years, because sometimes it's nice to know what's on the road ahead.
Who were your captains last night, Coach?
The captains last night were Matt Taylor, 93, Logan Baumstein, number 9, James Fox, number 42, and Spencer Chubos. He's an injured one without the helmet on. He's torn his ACL and out for the year. And those are 4 seniors that we really enjoy having, and they're pretty good kids. But we won the toss last night. We took the ball and put together a good little opening drive here. And it's good to see, even though the season has not gone the way we expect, our numbers haven't dropped a lot. I mean, we always have 1 or 2 that'll throw their stuff in the river, but we haven't lost a lot of numbers yet.
And as you mentioned in the opening there, that's got to be encouraging for the future there, because better things to come as far as the score goes. Maybe
absolutely
win a 1-loss record.
Good run there by Rozier. Good blocking by the O-line. And this is a play we put in this week, and again, I guess us being a spread team, we get a little extra contact there, move the ball forward, and again, good run on the sweep by Rozier. We're moving the ball down the field. I mean, we've run 3 plays, and we've completely flipped the field.
One thing we've noticed so far, too, or at least I've noticed, is that Rozier's going to get his yards no matter who you guys are playing.
He is. It doesn't matter to the competition. Rozier's going to be Rozier. He's going to pound the football. We're going to give it to him as much as possible and let him go. Third and 10. Really good play here. Jeffrey Simmons coming up with a big catch to move the chains. And again, we're driving. There's a bad snap that we come down with. It's not intended to snap it to House Mouse and let him run, but he did a good job of jumping up, catching the ball. House had a good game last night. You'll see in the fourth quarter he comes in and makes a couple good runs. Third and 5, on the 10-yard line, and good little boot gets us back to the 10-yard line, and gives us a chance here coming up. Sweep again down to the 5, and we're moving the chains. Mickey does a great job there at avoiding the rush.
He sure did.
Don't make the catch there in the end zone. Hits him in the hands, and sometimes that happens. And then we try a little trick play there, and we miss a block. But we're right in the middle of the field. We gave it to us on the 10-yard line, right in the middle of the field. This is a field goal attempt we got to make. You'll see they jump, we jump, move it back to the 10. But if you're sitting in the middle of the field and you're on the 10-yard line, we've got to make this kick. And, we missed the kick, and same thing I thought. We missed the kick, and that gives them the ball there. And, we feel like now we had a good drive together, did exactly what we wanted to on offense, and now we need our defense to step up big. And, you got to give credit to Warren County. They offensively, they did nothing real special. They just simply ran the veer option. And if, like I told the kids at halftime, if you don't have somebody on the fullback, the quarterback, and the tailback, you'll get beat. And you'll see throughout the game, there were times we did not have somebody on each one.
Are you seeing the Veer offense a lot in the high school football?
None. Warren County's doing it, and the reason they're doing it is because you don't see it. I mean, it's an old-fashioned offense, and it makes you prepare. I mean, you have to spend all week doing it, and again, you make a mistake here or make a mistake there, and it'll hurt you. Now, the bad part about it is you don't have very much out of it. I mean, you've only got one or two plays, and you miss a tackle, and you've got issues. Fumble there. We were awful close, and we were close to coming up with that, and it would have been a big momentum change to get the ball back there.
And they had that played pretty well.
They did. There were times that we had everyone covered, and that's what you do with the veer option is you make sure everybody's covered, and when they are, you're good. But when you make a mistake, it can hurt you. Great job there by David Keith, sophomore, coming up from the safety position and making a big tackle there in open field. And there you see Travis Dixon. He's another junior playing linebacker. Get the ball back and let's go to work. Our defense came up big there, and Travis Dixon is a young guy who will get a lot of playing time in the future, and I thought he played well. We flipped the field. Here's a great throw. We're talking, we have Kyle Douglas right on the seam, and almost 80 yards later, he's in the end zone. Kids did a great job of protecting, and Meeker did a great job of delivering it to him, and it was good play, good design, worked out perfect. Then we go for the extra point, and our special team woes just stay.
Your kicker there is a left footer. Does that present any special problems? Or?
Who knows? When you miss a field goal and extra point, who knows what kind of problems it does. I don't know. David Morgan, again, he'll be good. He'll be fine right now. He's a junior. So, again, you're hearing that a lot today. He's a junior, and he's making plays.
Your quarterback, Meeker, looks like he's playing with a great deal more confidence. He's really matured this year, it looks like to me.
Oh, he has. You can even look back to sort of the end of the year last year. Look back to the Cookeville game, the Riverdale game at the end of the year last year, and you could see his maturation process really picking up. Good job there by Logan Baumstein. Logan's a senior that we'll miss next year. He's a constant leader on the field, and he's a good kid and a good player. But again, there's your veer option. If you miss, you're in trouble. Hunter Smithson laying some wood there. That's a good job. Hunter Smithson's another junior that we lean on, and he's kind of the captain back there in the secondary, and he gets us lined up and gets all our calls for us, and I'll be glad that he's back next year too. Can't miss tackles. Can't miss tackles against any team. Good, bad, or indifferent. You can't miss tackles and win. They go a little trickeration there and get a 2-point conversion, and scores 8-6 now, second quarter.
But you guys have been moving the ball. You got to feel pretty good about it.
Oh, right now we feel fine. Offensively we feel fine. The kids feel fine. Everything's going just like it needs to until now. And we fumble the kickoff return and give them another shot. They're up 8-6, and here special teams has let us down. And you'll never point fingers and say it's somebody's fault or anything. It was all 11 people on the kickoff return team didn't get the job done there. And you see there, I make almost a great catch. I don't know if you saw that on the sideline. I had some hops over there and almost snagged that ball. And yeah, I almost had it.
Were you a wide receiver, Coach, when you played?
I think you can look at me and tell that I was never a wide receiver.
Okay.
But now, again, I mean, they get the ball and they're in the 15-yard line and they're moving. I mean, for what we've done offensively and for how comfortable we feel offensively, we can't get the ball. Steadily moving the chains. Moving the chains, run the clock, touchdown. Again, we are not on panic mode because offensively we know we can move the ball. We know we can score. We just got some stuff we got to stop defensively. And at this point, I'm really wanting to get into halftime and let our defensive staff come up with their adjustments and get this thing stopped and, get us the ball back. Overshot him. Good route concept. It was good against what they were doing. We just, mistakes happen. Good job there of a dump off to Rozier, who gets his first down. I mean, that's one thing I don't think people really understand is Rozier's he's got very good hands. I mean, he's a good pass receiver. 3rd and inches, and we bobble the snap. 4th and inches, I've always said we'll go for it. We'll run power. We'll give it to the 6'1", 210-pound back. Good job there by Chris Vaughn. It's another junior stepping up, making big plays and getting us the ball. And here's a play that's I really wish we'd have run more. I really thought that zone could have opened up outside. And we don't run a lot of zone, but I was fairly impressed with that.
Was that an end around there, Coach, on that last play?
It was. We threw a little reverse there. Another bad snap, and we just throw it away and try to live to see another day.
Nice recovery there by your quarterback, though.
Oh, it was. Look at there, another bad snap, and what do? We have a senior center who is one of the smartest kids you'll ever come across, and 4th and a couple, and we have a bad snap, turn the ball over. I mean, again, offensively, we took the ball, moved it down the field, and just self-destructed there.
You think maybe he was thinking about his block or something? Maybe.
I'm sure. I think we figured out what the issue is, and I don't think we'll see that again the rest of the year. I've talked to the coaching staff, and I've come up with an explanation, and I think we can get that fixed. And I don't think we'll be sitting here any more Saturdays and have to worry about that. Good job there by Justin Smith recovering. It was a linebacker that ran the ball down, and he's a sophomore, and like I said, another guy that we look forward to having in the future. Fade route. Logan Baumstein does a great job there.
He was all over that.
Oh, he was. It was great coverage. Did a really good job. Missed tackles will always kill you. Doing what Warren County does, they just kind of pound it a little bit and run the clock and get in the end zone. second effort there got him in the end zone. And, at this point we're kind of scratching our heads because offensively we've moved the ball. We've done what we're supposed to. Had a couple special teams meltdowns, and our defense hasn't stopped the veer yet. But I still feel comfortable. I went in at halftime and was real positive with the kids and told them offensively we were going to be fine, and defensively we only had to stop, 3 things, and we were okay. Right before halftime here, we're trying to move the ball down and get a score here before halftime. Again, good dump off to Rozier. Got his first down a little more. Out of bounds, stop the clock. We're moving. Really good catch there by junior Grayson Miller, our tight end, who has developed into, he's always been a great blocker, but has developed into a real weapon on offense. Another good catch.
You're really having a nice drive here.
We are. We're having to go hurry up because our time's running out. And, I think that's what gets us here is we just run out of time here in a minute. But we're, we've really got no issues moving the ball. We're trying to get in the end zone, and that's one of those that they bring more than you can, they bring more people than we can block, and we had a deep route called without any check downs, and that was, that falls back on the play call there. Here, Vaughn makes a great job on the screen. It's 3rd and long, and, if they're going to blitz, we run those screens, but it gets to a point where we're almost into the half. And there it was. That's the last play before the half.
Okay, all right. Of course, you still got to feel pretty good. You're still in the game at this point.
Offensively, we know we can throw the ball, we can run it. We feel like we can do what we want to offensively. We didn't freak out at halftime. Offense, defense, we haven't stopped them yet. We just haven't. And special teams has kind of let us down. And special teams, defense are 2/3 of football. And if you don't win at least 2/3, you don't win the game.
And you mentioned a moment ago that really the way to fix your defensive problems there was pretty simple. You mentioned about your block. About making sure you had everybody covered. I think.
Yeah, that's it. You make tackles.
Right.
If you make tackles, you don't lose. We tackle every day. I guess we probably need to be a little more physical when we tackle and just get them down. That's kind of the bottom line. Is we have to stop people. We have to make tackles. Special teams, we spend more time on special teams this year than we ever have, and it just seems like the same woes that have rolled over from last year. Special teams will be addressed. Defense, I've got a great defensive staff with Coach Butler, Coach Roberson, and Coach Barlow, Coach Horn. There's a lot of them over there that do a really good job, and I know they'll get things straightened out, and we'll be okay. As
a coaching staff, what kind of problems does that present for you guys when you've got someone that runs an offense that you don't see much as this Beer offense is?
Oh, it's awful. It gives you a whole week to, we sit there and we show the defense, okay, this is what they're going to run, and we're going to try to run it. But if we don't run it, we don't run it nearly at the speed. It's just it's a hard thing. You play somebody that doesn't run something conventional, spread, even wing T has become conventional. But you see a veer option, and it's hard to defend.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in just a moment with the second half.
They say you see the world differently. It's like you see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. That's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart has more locations than anyone in the state, giving more heart patients a new lease on life. For more than 40 years, they've been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on.
It's that time of year again. This is Sarah McCamey with Markham's Pharmacy. Don't let the flu get you down this year. As a busy mom, it's hard to manage work, family, and all the extra activities. At Markham's Pharmacy, we're here to help make your life easier. Don't miss school or work this year because of the flu. There's no appointment necessary. Come on by and help your family stay flu-free.
Markham's Pharmacy is your hometown discount pharmacy and so much more. We hope to see you soon.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Mark, you've won just about everything there is to win in racing. What's next?
I'd like more people to know about ER Extra.
The emergency room at Harton Regional Medical Center?
I just want them to get the best care they can get.
That just gets me right here, Mark.
Maybe you'd like to pay them a visit.
ER Extra at Harton Regional Medical Center.
ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.
Second half action here after a nice talk at halftime with the staff and the kids. Defense has changed up a little bit, and this is going to be their answer to stopping veer option. And the first half, the veer's what hurt us, and that's what's kind of our decision to change it up a little bit. And if they're going to beat us here in the second half with stuff, they're going to have to throw it a little bit more, and they're going to have to get outside. Good job there rallying the quarterback. We're getting them stopped. We force a punt here, and we're coming after it with our punt block. And Cole Hawkins, sophomore here, great hands. Does a good job before he gets taken out of getting the ball and getting upfield, and here comes our offense. And we start where we mostly start, and that's giving the ball to Rozier and let him pound. Stretch again. Like I said, this was a play that we really should have run more. I thought our kids blocked it well, and I thought our fullback did well. Moving the chains.
Just as a casual observer, for someone as big as Rozier, he's pretty quick.
He is. He's got a good burst with the ball in his hand. And so here we go, throwing around a little bit more. And Meeker does a good job here of just avoiding and running for the first down. And he's another one that you don't think of Meeker as being a speedster, but he does stuff like that about every game.
We've seen some good runs out of him.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. And Meeker's got good signs, too, for a quarterback.
He does. He's 6'1", and that helped with the snaps. That was another high snap there, and it helps him get it down. And here's a Here's an overthrow. You know, we were talking about this when it happened. The read was correct. It was just an overthrow. He got a little pressure, and again, we dug ourselves a hole. Good return here by Jeffrey Simmons. Again, not quitting, even though we've made some mistakes. And like I said, I think that was almost the last time that offense makes a mistake. I mean, here, you know, we put our drives together and do what we're supposed to do.
Nice though, quarterback under pressure there. You know.
Great catch by Jesse Brown. That play we ran a bunch, and again, moving the ball. One mistake on offense and having a hard time on defense, and that's been about it. Again, you kind of feel like 10's running for his life back there. Power by Rozier, and it gets us down inside the 1 yard line, and you know there's really very little question of what's coming when we're inside the 1 yard line.
And I'm sure they knew what was coming too.
Yeah, they did.
But
2-point play here, and you know they had it overloaded to the side we were trying to get to, and Meeker does a good job of scrambling and almost gets in. Gets about to the 1. Yeah, it happens, and you know, offense took the ball, drove down the field, made a couple big throws. Rozier had a couple big runs, but we've dug ourselves a hole. That's going to be the whole second half of this game. Is we just dug ourselves too big of a hole with some mistakes early.
And that probably affects what you got to do offensively.
Oh, it does. Like I said, you guys that know me know that if we could hand it off 60 times a game, we probably would. But as we're in a hole, we're going to have to start launching it a little bit. And like I said, it ends up Meeker sets a school record for passing yards. We get the ball back here. Great play by Hunter Smithson, stripping the ball. Got a little fire, got a little excitement going.
Is that something you coach them to do, to try to strip the ball?
We do. Whenever they break off, try to strip the ball. And great catch there by Jeffrey Simmons.
It looked like a good job protecting the quarterback in that play.
It was.
Well.
You know, we did. We throw it deep and just lead him out of bounds a little bit. We thought we had a mismatch there, and again, with the clock not being our friend, we're having to throw the ball a little bit. And Jeffrey Simmons with another big catch there. Boot, and here Justin Flowers makes a great play of dragging somebody for a first down, and we're moving the ball. I mean, besides one interception and some bad snaps, offensively, we feel like we're okay. Here's a play that we knew we had it. It was there. We missed one block on that one, or it would have sprung for something big. So we come back to it a little later, possibly even on this drive, have it fixed, and move on. Good catch there again, Jesse Brown. Yep, here's the play we just ran, the draw that we did, and we knew what the one issue was. We get it fixed, and once we get it fixed, we score.
Nice run there by Rose here.
Oh, it was.
Good block.
Good drive. I mean, that whole drive was put together with some big catches by Jesse Brown, by Justin Flowers, who's sophomore, and by all the guys. Vaughn came up with a big catch there, and we missed the extra point again. We switched kickers, and again, our special team woes continue. And just to add insult to injury, we give up a special teams touchdown. put together a great drive, and it almost goes for naught with a kickoff return.
Yeah, and that kind of breaks your heart right there.
Oh, it does. You could just feel just the wind come out of our sails. Now, we never quit. We keep scoring. We keep doing our thing. But again, we dug ourselves in such a hole that any kind of mistake like that, and we're behind. I mean, you're behind the chains. You're behind the scoreboard. You can't have mistakes. Now, Chase Strange does an outstanding job there of coming up, making a catch. They tried a little something. It didn't work out, and here we go to work again. Good dump to Rozier, who, he told me later on the guy was on his back, and it was about the only throw we can make. I thought it was a good job of holding on to the football and making a play. We go back to what we scored on earlier, and they had it covered that time. They adjusted safety a little bit, and here, bad snap, and we almost throw another pick.
You mentioned Rozier said the guy was on his back. Radio commentators were talking about how Rozier was talking to the refs a number of times. Was that what that was about, or
I'm sure who knows. I mean, Rozier likes to talk a little bit, so who knows what he's talking about. They stop us on 4th down. We threw an incomplete pass, and our defense is not stopping dive, quarterback, pitch. See freshman Isaiah Burge in there making a play, and 18-36. Start of the 4th quarter, that's a big deficit. I mean, that is a really, really big deficit.
You almost have to score every time you get the ball.
You do, and you have to get them stopped.
Yeah.
And can't let clock run.
Right.
And again, when they run the veer offense, that's what they do. They grind the clock, and this is their kind of game now. I mean, we've made enough mistakes to put them out in the lead, and they've played well. And now it's just now we got issues. They pin us deep, 16-yard line, and we start going to work. And again, one of those things, you're down, you got to start throwing the ball. Good screen here, set up good. Rozier makes a great run out of there to get us get us first down, move the chains, because we were backed up after a penalty, and we're moving. Meeker does a good job there of escapability, and he throws it to me.
I'm really impressed with how elusive he is back there.
He is. He doesn't look like it, but another bad snap, but we get it off to Cody House, and again, the little house mouse makes a great move, and he's such a little water bug that he can take it to the house anytime he puts it in his hands. And
the name House Mouse, is that something you guys have named?
Yeah, if another deep throw, we thought we had something there again, and we're trying to score. I mean, that's what we're trying to. We're trying to get the ball down as quick as possible and try to get the ball back to us. And again, another nice run there. He tells me he's 5'7", but I don't believe him a bit. Another screen set up, and they read it perfectly. Yeah, I think you heard Rozier in the background said he knew it. Yeah, they had a spy on Rozier there for the screen, and another bad snap. And there's your turn.